My name is Nancy Herz and I'm a Norwegian Lebanese author. Aren't You Getting Married Soon and What My Mother and I Should Talk About Instead is my second book. I grew up in Norway, but I've always been aware of my Lebanese and Muslim heritage. When I was younger, I wanted to become the perfect Lebanese and Muslim girl, but as I grew older, I started challenging the norms that my parents' community and society had for me. This struggle came with a price, and my relationship with my mother was something that I was willing to sacrifice in order to live my life the way that I wanted to. In Aren't You Getting Married Soon, I wanted to address the gap between my mother and I, and understand her experience as well. I started talking to her because I wanted to understand why she judged me so hard, why she kept asking me when I'm getting married, and how it's like to raise a child that you do not see yourself in. My mother and I sat down and we started speaking to each other, and we discussed how her childhood in Lebanon made her who she is, how it affected her to grow up during the war, and also how come we ended up not speaking to each other for months on end. However, the most important thing that we talked about was how the patriarchal structures have limited us both, and also made us become strangers to each other. I wanted to know if my mother could accept a daughter that is anything but what she imagined her daughter being. I know now that this book is about struggle and reconciliation, and the power which lies in both. I also know that it's not my mother who is the enemy, but the patriarchal structures that limit us both. And having this insight, it makes it even more important to keep fighting, because now I'm fighting for my mother as well.